Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to go over showing you a popular tutorial on algo trading 101.com, and it's about PineScript trading view language, what you can do with it. You can see here it's been updated for PineScript for version 5. I'm just going to go through the sample code here just to show you what this thing's very, very well capable of and how simple it is and whatnot as well. So I'm not going to go into the setting it up. I'm assuming you know how to use TradingView and PineScript as well. And let me just pull up some simple examples here. So this is good old TradingView. We've got our PineScript loaded up here. And I'm going to show you what you can do on the various things with this. So you can see here in the comment, this is you specify what version of PineScript you're going to use. So in my case, it would be obviously version 5 there. I'm going to wipe out some of this stuff here. And all you got to do really is, let me just get rid of this indicator. And it's really powerful what you can do here. And yeah, so let me just add this to the chart. So you can see here we've got price of Apple. It's got the Apple itself, and it's created a separate chart for the price of Apple. Really, really powerful set of examples here. So I'm gonna go into some more complicated stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to show you some of the stuff you can do. So here, let me just pull up this little thing here. So when you're creating your Pine scripts, what you need to do is to understand that this right here in this first line is you're telling TradingView or PineScript that this code is an indicator. You can do strategies, which I'll show you as well. So here, again, let me just get rid of this indicator here. And you can see my main chart is Euro USD. Let me pull up Apple itself. Stock, Apple, boom, there we go. I'll do, I don't know, monthly. Okay, so there's a month. You can see the indicator right there as well. And this is a simple SMA as well. So that's a 30, 20-day moving average, I believe. Now, it gets more sophisticated. This is still simple code. And to be honest, overall, the whole experience with trading script is sorry, Pine script is very easy. Now, we're going to move into the back testing a moving average cross strategy. So what I just showed you is that. So now what we're going to do, I'm just going to pull up all the source code here. You can see it goes line by line, but I want to show you this. This is really cool. So here's the next script sample we can use. It's the complete code of the previous example. So in my case here, just dump it in, copy it, and check it out. So that's the entire code there. I always forget to remove. Okay, so if I do add to chart, now check it out. This is totally different. So in the code itself, you can see here it's defined as a strategy. And under here, under strategy tester, you can get the performance of the entry and longs on these positions. So you can get a general overview of how that strategy would do. This is very cool. Very similar to what MotiveWave had. Performance. So you'd make negative $2,700, and you'd be down 0.27 over this period over the last 30 days, right? So there's the long and short positions as well. Here's the actual trade. It seems like identical with what MotiveWave would do as well. So that is the strategy code, and you can backtest it as fast as I showed you in less than 22 lines. So here what we're doing is we're calculating the SMA, long and short. We calculate the RSI. We set our conditions based upon those SMA values, and then we can do a crossover check or what they call an undercross as well. And those are going to be your signals. So anything that has a long where also that meets that condition, also where the RSI is greater than 50 or less, and do a short if it's less than 50, and then you do the plot. It's pretty straightforward. It's nothing earth shattering, but it's very, very straightforward. So you can do your stop losses as well. I'm going to show you another one. This is going to be probably a long video, but this is kind of like a crash course in how PineScript works. And I'm really blown away on how simple it is. So you can see here, if I run again, let me just get rid of this just to make sure. Um, so I'll add to the chart. So again, same thing. Uh, this one is not, the loss is not as bad as the previous. List of trades, properties, and also you can change your period as well. So let's say if you want to do just a 5-day, you might get better performance. Just depends upon the overall market. But yeah, you made money here. Now in here, you can set the parameter on your back testing. In here, I believe. Yeah, so here in the properties, you start with $1 million, your base currency, whatever, and then you can add in all these other conditions as well. So that's kind of how you set that all funky stuff up. That's a very, very powerful feature in TradingView. So you can get a quick snapshot on how that strategy will do. And as I said, you can do it all under less than 30 lines, including entries that have a blank in there as well. It's pretty strong, convincing. This one we'll take a look at as well. I believe this one compares uh, Google. And yeah, so this one, what I'll do is basically we keep Apple as our main chart, and then we're using when Google trades 5% or a difference of 5% on an entry or an exit, do a entry or exit for Apple. So clear that previous. So do, let's say, a month again. So we'll probably see some entries because of the release report today from Google. So I'll do the add to chart. Okay, there's an error here. That's a sample error here. Could not be translated from null. I don't know what that means. There's no reference to, let's see if that works. Okay, so that's a sample error. Oh, you know what? That's stupid. Needed two slashes here. Add to chart. So now it's compiling, and there's our result. So here's I think Google, how it's moved. Here's the performance, not as bad as a trade. And you can see here it'll do the Google open and close, and if it moves 5% either way, do a long or short on Apple because I guess they're correlated. All right, so that's good. Let's move to our next one. Okay, so our next example is so if you want to modify your script without coding, so that's the parameter settings I showed you earlier. So you get your properties set up. And again, it's very similar to um, to MotiveWave, but with MotiveWave is really because it's Java. There's a lot involved to set up this sort of thing in Java on MotiveWave. You could do it all in one line with PineScript. That's pretty impressive. So again, same similar idea. The only difference is we're setting our default value on that percentage of the move on Google, the long and short, and instead of being hard coded, it's soft coded. So let me get rid of this as well. Move indicator, change this code. So if I do the add to chart, compile, boom. Okay, so with what we just did was here, um, input right here under settings. So here's our input. So this is we could change to 10 or maybe 3%. Oh, let's do 2.5 just to see the difference. I guess it's integer only, so we'll do 2%. Or maybe yeah, we'll keep it to 10%. Also, you have the properties as I showed you before. Really similar to MotiveWave. So did it run? Or no, add to chart. Actually, net profit. So that changed the net profit. So you could tweak it very simply. Um, really good. Much easier than MotiveWave as well. So now we're going to get into Forex. So this one's interesting. I'll show you this one. Um, so what this one is I'll get the entire code here. So now we're going back to an indicator. So we've done strategy with the strategy tester and the back testing as well. You can see how easy it was. Here, gonna get rid of this indicator here. Boom. Okay. So now we're doing uh Forex. So let me pull that up. I'll do Euro USD as an example, and we'll add to chart. So this looks kind of weird, eh? So what we can do here as an example is we set our time period on the trading date. Now remember, this is on the servers for trading view. So you could set these different trading zones or periods of Tokyo, London, and New York time frame. All not sure. Looks like it's local to Tokyo. Okay, so then you can set the background for the different time zones. So that's what we see here on the Euro USD. So you can see here, for instance, fuchsia. This one's Tokyo time. The blue is London, and then green is New York. That's pretty cool. Um, so here we're going to create a custom indicator. This is using, I believe, Bollinger. And again, you can go through the details of this. So I believe I have to look at this again. So again, this is still an indicator. Let me just change this. Get rid of that indicator. I think these can be applied to any type of instrument, really. Let's see what it generates here. So it's adding it to chart. So this is a Bollinger Band where you can see the mid, upper, and lower bands here. It's that easy. I mean, it's seriously stupid easy where you get the math inputs on the property as here under prop inputs right here. So you can set your Bollinger Band, time frame, length, standard deviation. And these are all here. We set defaults if we want. Here we can work with our different Bollinger bands, but it gets the security. that's a current security or ticker on the main chart, which in this case is Euro USD, and it plots each line, the upper, mid, and lower bands. So that's pretty powerful. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. Let me see here. So I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. I don't think I have, but you can do so much. In this case, we've got a bunch of charts in less than 20 lines of code. Okay, that's really good. Now there's another one we can take a look at. Let me just pull that up. In there, I want to show you the okay, so there's this one as well. So this is from a blog, I guess, website called Zen and the Art of Trading.com. Here they go through all these different lessons, some really basic stuff. So this is for really more geared towards people that don't program. And it's pretty good actually. It shows you all the basic drawing lessons. They also have a YouTube video for each lesson. It's all free. Can't complain about that. So here you can do RSI. So we already did the user input I just showed you. But I want to show you some other examples here. So now we're going to work with the RSI. I've kind of gone through this before, so I'm just going to copy over the code as I did in the past here. So here's all the source code. Now note this is version 4. So I'm sure this may work in version 5. I don't know, but might be some tweaks needed. But at the end of the day, you could still use the same app and you'll see it. So here, oops, let me just grab this. Okay, so okay. So here is our RSI. So what this is doing, we're putting in our RSI values. So we're using close as a source. Length of D14 days, I believe, or just 14 bars. These are your overbought and oversold levels, 80 and 20. Here we have our markers that we're going to put up now of this overbought and oversold. And here we plot them right here. Overbought and oversold. And they're going to have to text the OS or OB. So let me add that to the chart. Let me just get rid of this. So here I am going to add the chart. I might have to, okay, so if I go to 1 month, you can see the overbought. That's, sorry, oversold, overbought, oversold, and so on. And you get the idea. Let me try 1 month, 5 day. Here you can see oversold, oversold, no overbought. And let me show you a couple more examples. The big one that people may like is a really good lesson to learn from is the alerts. Again, this is very similar to what MotiveWave has. The alerts are very powerful. So you can generate alerts on certain conditions. You can show a pop-up on the, I guess, desktop. You can send an email. You can play a sound or notify on the app. You can also do send email to SMS. So you can do texting. I don't think you can do that even on MotiveWave. But the thing is with that is so if you're on the move, yeah, you can let this thing run if it's crypto 24/7, and you can have it automatically send out your alerts via SMS or text messaging. That's pretty cool. Um, so lots of flexibility there. Um, so this is how you manually set up your alert, and that's that. I believe there is source code here, which we could take a look at. Obviously, I'm not going to get a sample alert, but I just want to show you this seems to be pretty popular. And let me just put that in the editor here. Okay, so, okay, let me just make sure. Okay, so let me get rid of this stuff. Remove indicator, no. Okay, so now we add the chart again. Okay, so now what's going to happen here is we give it, let me show you first the settings. So here are your inputs as before for the RSI, but here in the code, um, nothing really changes. We do our plot, but here we have an alert condition when that's met. So if is RSI overbought or if is RSI is oversold, we put out a title and message signal for blah 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 blah. That's pretty phenomenal. So you can have your alert automatically customized, I believe, as shown in this lesson thing here. There's some other powerful stuff you can do. This one, ATR, was another example. And so ATR, you could use this for your stop loss, which is pretty standard. There are tons of functions for stop loss, I believe, other sample code and other indicators that you can get, and tons of resources here to really learn how to do this. So I'm just giving you kind of high level of the different ways to go about doing this and how, dare I say, how easy it is. Let's get rid of that one. So let me run this one. And in this case, add to chart. So here, as you'll see in the comments, right? But what this was trying to do was to set an ATR band for your upper and lower. So here you can see we get our parameters in our input from here, ATR length, how far look back you want, the multiplier. And then here, once those inputs are available, we can set our lowest high, our highest high, based upon the last look back of 7 bars in that case I showed you. We can set up a long or short stop using this formula. Lowest low on the close, and then minus the ATR times the multiplier and the reverse for the short stop or the lower stop. And then you plot it. Okay, so, and when you come back to here, what you'll see is comments on you'll never really you'll never trigger that ATR level. So this guy's offered a um a solution to that if you want, and then there's some follow-up banter on that as well. So that's kind of it. There's just really, really powerful stuff here. Let me just go on the last lesson here. This one, higher time frame, EMA. So all the spiel, all that. But I'm telling you, man, it's not, if you're coming from the world of Python, it's not that difficult to really pick up on it. Not like MetaTrader, and you're dealing with so many advantages. I put another video earlier today on it, which I don't really want to explain here. But let's get rid of this, put the code in, get rid of this indicator. That's the ATR. We don't need that. Remove, and then we can now add the new one to the add chart. So we got a error here. Nope. And that's about it. Hopefully you got some lessons out of this. I'll put the links where to go for both Algo 101 and the Zen and the Art of Trading. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.